I think the thing is, whenever people criticize games that are highly praised and they point out so many problems, I think it's because of how praised it is, or you know how positively it's like if you say anything differently, you're wrong, or you know you're condemned for thinking something isn't as perfect as everyone says it is. There's a lot of people says it is. I think the thing is, when people overly praise something, you can't. And you don't really think the same. You can't help but point out. I'm not sure what you call it, but like you can't help but point out the problems of it. Like you. I need to go in this way, but obviously I can't go in with a vehicle. I was roaming around babbling on, so. But like you know, you can't help but like criticize some things that you know there's a problem, and people are just calling it the perfect game or the perfect movie, the perfect whatever. But then like but like you point out some issues and it's just like, well, this is a thing. No one ever points that out. I guess I have to. You know, it's kind of like you feel like you have to be the one to point out some problems with what people say about things they think are just like, you know, almost flawless, or think are flawless. Just, you know, it's like you know, I think Sonic 2 is a great game. Yeah, I'm using the subject of Sonic again. Oh well. It's like people think Sonic 2, like, I think Sonic 2 is a great game. You know, pretty good. Is a good game, I should say. I think they improved upon a lot of stuff that was from the first Sonic and stuff like that, but because it's so highly praised and everything saying it's the best Sonic game ever, next to Sonic CD, which another one I feel is almost the same about as Sonic 2. It's, you know, it's so highly praised and considered the best Sonic game, and I'm just like, no, there's some. It's a good one, but there's some flaws. Because people act like, you know, like that. Some people will point out problems with it, but like they don't like. They act like it's just near flawless, and that's the definitive way to make a Sonic game, and it's just like, no. To me, the closest thing to that would be out of the classics would be Sonic 3 and Knuckles. But you know, but yeah, it's just one of those things where you just can't help but point out the problems where people won't. Like I said, you almost feel like you have to be the one to point out the problems because they won't do it. Well, you know, that's where I'm getting at. But yeah, it's a thing. Let's see here. Of course, I think people not having their own minds all the time and like just letting other people's like popular YouTubers or just people in general, some website tell them, hey, this is actually the thing. Oh, okay, yeah, it is. You know.
Time to finish the job, Ratchet. Get moving.
Hey, you want to come help? I don't know. Is she really doesn't do much in this game other than just command us. I mean, I guess it's not her job to, you know, do certain things, but she didn't really do much. I mean, she may have been controlling that. That could have helped, but you know what I mean. What is this thing? the way it sounds. Ooh. There's a kind of bassy sound to it. Shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it. And then its guns has a very old sound to it. And now we gotta escape it. And then we go right up the butthole. I don't know. Boy, what a...
Look out!
Yeah. And yeah, thanks for helping, but still. It's like it seems a little obvious that what's going on here is a bit dangerous. Ooh. Have to jinx myself. You know, I haven't gotten hit by once by this thing. Is she dumb? There we go, there's my hit. Alright.
Captain Quark, first you made another miraculous comeback. Now you've defeated the Tyrannoids in a spectacular battle on their own planet. How do you explain your recent success?
Courage, compassion, dashing good looks, iron hard abs! Seriously though, to be a true hero of heroes, you need more than loads of charisma and a brilliant tactical mind. I couldn't have done it without these massive guns! Mwah! Mwah!
Glad to see you made it through in one piece, Ratchet. You must have quite a story to tell. Why don't you come back to the Phoenix and fill us in?
You can feel her. What? Whee! Yeah, we're going to be doing missions. I think I can't remember what you get for doing this. Of course, I think it's kind of a have-to situation. Unless it is something that you get optionally, but probably something very helpful. I don't remember for sure what it is. This is where things get a little bit hard. Oh boy. I think eventually there's like a point where like almost all the missiles are aiming at you. Just gonna kind of hang around down here. There we go. Yeah. Well, this gun's getting the job done.
Press square to attach the wrench to the bolt crank.
No, I'm not even commenting anymore. No, I probably will at some point again.
Center of the island. We need to get out there and capture it. This place is crawling with noise.
I like how I just shocked them all. Yeah, I hate those missile things because they can take forever to kill. Well, sometimes they can take forever to kill, but also, okay, that's not the issue. It's just the fact that how powerful they are. And of course, that's not what's killing me right now, but you know, what the heck? Did you stop firing? Okay, but for 1 second. There we go. I need a health thingy. I need a health thingy. There we go. Nanotech. That's all I need. Yeah. Let's see here. Well, I could fight these missile things with these missile things, or these little gun things. Oh boy. Okay, maybe bad idea, bad idea. Okay. I think there actually is an option automatically to have first-person view. Make it a first-person shooter. Alright. Hold on, guys. Let me get these bolts. Let me get for my own personal needs. Let's slow the war down a bit. It's kind of fun. It's kind of weird that this early on you go to Tyrannosis.
Let's head back to base and get briefed for the next mission. We need air support. Get to the hover ship. Blast those drop ships out of the sky.
Oh, that's
Fly
good.
the hover ship. Use the left analog stick. Press X or L1 to ascend. Square or L2 to descend.
Yeah, these are stupid
Use
inverted
the right
controls.
analog stick to aim. And press circle or R1 to fire rockets.
We'll take care of the saucer, Sarge. Keep blasting those drop ships.
Alright. But what if the saucers start firing at me? Do I just need to do nothing? Die. Now, yeah, you could say that these are the you know, the substitute for the replacement for the ship battles, like with your own ship, but you know, I just wish that it was more than, you know, you wouldn't have to spend actual bolts to get cosmetic stuff. They predicted DLC for console games. Die.
They just keep coming. We can't hold out much longer.
But nevertheless, you suck. Alright. Die. Let's die. But again, at least you're getting bolts for all this.
Alright. It's so nice to mess with us.
12,000 bolts right there. That's pretty good. I think I will hold off on buying these though. I may, after I get done here, I may go through and get back to well, let's see. I may decide to let's see. I may decide to go back through Ratchet Clank, like the original, to the point where I can, like to the point where I have, where I'm at Gadatron, become an employee and all that stuff. But you know, and see if that'll do anything with this. Because I mean, you can still go through and click it and see what, see if you can become an employee. And if it still doesn't work, then I have no clue what the problem is. Now, luckily, with the original Ratchet Clank on this profile, I have, I do have like, you know, I have all the weapons and all the upgrades and stuff on there, so it's not like it's gonna be a hard time for me.
Anybody have any idea how we're supposed to shut down this force field? H26, why don't you try sticking your finger in the main power transformer? You sure that's a good idea, sir? This thing looks pretty dangerous. Suck it up, 26. You got nothing to worry about. I got special training with electronic. H26, come back. H26 has been vaporized, sir. The force field has been deactivated. All right. Now, Trooper deserves a medal. Complete your mission and report back to base for anything.
It's like the whole thing is.
The noids are just about finished. Trust me, Sarge. This one's gonna be a cakewalk.